This is a community where we all have to come together at this moment, because this is the point where it all changes. If you don't come together and work together to be one, you're going to be on the same path 4 years from now. It will change, but I need everybody's vote. When it comes to downtown, why are there so many empty stores downtown? Well, I think I'll refer back to my other answer. It's because the main economic engine of our downtown is turned off 80% of the time. That was supposed to revitalize the heart of this community. It was given over to a management firm that has run it in the most inept fashion I've ever seen anything done in my life. It got politicized. We shouldn't have done that. We should have handed over to professionals who knew what they were doing. That theater's our theater. It doesn't belong to some group SMG or some board we paid for. It's ours. We should have the right to use it as often as we possibly can. We need a proactive management who doesn't sit and wait for people to call them. They call groups and events and plays to come to our community. That's why downtown is empty, because that thing that was supposed to revitalize it is empty most of the time as well.
Thank you, Robert. Dick, please. Please. Dick?
All right, first of all, on one page you're right. The first persons that really programmed at the theater were not doing the job. One, maybe two programs a week. We changed. We fired a person. We have a new person down there now. And I think it was a week before last, where we had three programs in a row. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Because I went to the Thursday and Friday one because that was one we wanted to see. And we did not, regardless of what is said by Mr. Sabanji, the Genesee Theater was not going to be the catalyst that was going to start the downtown. It was not. It was meant to be a venue where the people of Waukegan and the surrounding areas can go and enjoy a good time. When you go down to that place right now, the Genesee Theater, on a performance, if there's 2,500 people in that theater, 200 or 300 might be from Waukegan, maybe. You're never in there, but it may be. So it's coming from all over. I've seen busloads come from Schaumburg, from all over the place. Bloomingdale, they've come. So those are the people that are supporting the Genesee Theater. And I'll say this once again, and I take some criticism for it, but I mean it. People, we have to start supporting our businesses in our city. And we don't do it. We don't do it. The job that we're doing is not as good as it should be.
Thank you, Dick. And Greg, please. Please.
The question is, do we need the black vote? And of course we do. We need everybody's vote. We need to unite the city. I know we're a multicultural city, and a lot of times we don't always see eye to eye. But that's something that we need to constantly recommit ourselves to reaching out across party lines, across racial and ethnic and religious divisions that exist between us. We are in this together as a community. And as for the for rent signs, the downtown area, we have a meter problem with a lot of people have gotten parking tickets. I was at an event with Bob the other day, and I got a parking ticket, so I've been helping the city out a little bit with that personally. I'm sure they can use the money. But it is a problem, you know, the meters and feeding those and dealing with those. And I think that it pushes a lot of business out of the downtown area because they don't want to put up with that nonsense. So I think we need to relook at our meter ordinance and how we fund our city with that. Take away some of the meters.
What steps would you take to improve District 60's school system to entice homebuyers to want to have their kids in Waukegan? I can't see very well, but there's a lot of noise over here, so wherever it's coming from, if you could please stop, I'd appreciate it. What steps would you take to improve District 60's school system to entice homebuyers? This is round 16. Mr. Hyde, please.
Right. First of all, we have a program called the CDBG, which is a government program that gives us about $800,000 per year to use in our deprived neighborhoods. And what they do, they'll rehab a house for a person, they'll put on new roofs, they'll put in new furnaces. You have to qualify for that, because it's not a giveaway program for the people that can afford it. So we've started that because the people that are losing their homes right now are in the lower economic bracket. And this is what we've been doing. We've been doing this now for about, I don't know, 9, 10, 12 years with the CDBG program. So that program is there in place for all the cities in the United States to use. And we have been using it very, very effectively. We have a CDBG director, Lizelle Robbins, who does a tremendous job in that, and is very fair. I just want to answer one question that I didn't get to, and the other one, as far as voting goes. It used to be that you had to have the white vote or the black vote or the Hispanic vote to win. That's no longer true. You need everybody. No candidate is going to win. No candidate is going to win with just a certain segment of the city or of the ethnic group that's going to vote for him. It's just not going to happen. What we have to do is get more people out to vote. That's what we have to do. Somewhere along the line, we get more people out to vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. Moving on, please. Is that Robert?
You know, I have to ask you to restate the question. While you were asking, we had a little distraction regarding the mic, and I'm afraid...
I'm sorry, I certainly will.
I apologize for that.
What steps would you take to improve District 60 school system in order to entice home buyers to want to have their kids in the Waukegan schools?
Sure. Well, we could say a lot of things up here in the time we're allotted, but none of this will work in regards to rebuilding Waukegan, especially our middle class, unless our schools are healthy. That's the simple truth of any community. Schools that are failing, people leave. We've had a lot of people in our neighborhood that have moved in, their children get 6 years old, and they leave. No community can survive that. You have to improve the schools. It gets back to economics. It gets back to tax base. It gets back to how you develop the community. You have to bring business into a community. We have to work with business to keep them in a community. You can't lose companies like Uline. That's a terrible thing to have happen to your tax base. You can't drive people out of the community like the businesses on our harbor. You have to keep them. That's how schools are funded. This city has relied too long on home building to fund our schools. The secondary result of that is too high a student population. We're faced with a massive underfunding of not only Waukegan schools, but all of Illinois schools. We're somewhere in the 37th or 38th in the nation. We've improved 12 points. We were 48th just a couple of years ago. But if we don't get our schools on track, if the city doesn't do its part to bring in good business, good industry, and not use TIF districts for every bit of economic development, the schools will continue to struggle. Waukegan will fail as a result if we don't get our schools back in shape.
Thank you, Robert. And Greg, please.
I agree with Bob. We do need industry to fund our schools. I've been all over Lake County to go to different athletic events, and that's one of the biggest things that jumps out at me is the condition of our Waukegan schools compared to some of the other schools that we attend. I mean, we need to get some revenue to be able to adequately repair and maintain our schools. As I said, our children have gone through the elementary school system since kindergarten, and we've been very satisfied with the teachers and administrators. But you've got an aging school system with some aging buildings, and they are crowded. There's no question about that, and the funding just isn't there. And either it's going to create a bigger tax burden for homeowners, or we're going to have to grow the city and find new streams of revenue by using, as it was mentioned before, our airport and our harbor, our train stations. I mean, there are ways to attract industry, and we need to, and it starts with transportation. It starts with roads and all those other forms of transportation. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. 30 seconds, gentlemen. Are any of you currently pending, or have, I assume, have pending charges or have been found guilty of violating citizens' civil rights? 30 seconds, Greg.
No.
Hi, Mr. Hine.
No, No.